Hey friends, welcome back to your next Reformer Flow with me. I'm so excited to be here and flow with you today. We're going to be doing a foundational flow today, so it's great for beginners, but anyone else who just wants to come back to the foundations. So this is a great workout for that. So let's get into it. We're gonna get started on 3 red springs, so your 3 heavy springs here. We are gonna be using a squish ball as well today. Don't worry if you don't have it, that's okay. We can definitely flow through it without one. But let's get started with laying onto our backs there, head on the headrest, and heels are gonna come onto the bar there. We're gonna get started with a spinal warm-up just to get the spine warmed up before we get into the rest of our movements. Very important to warm up that spine. So from here, arms are just gonna come down to your sides. Heels are on the bar. You're just gonna start to sway your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lumbar spine. You can even shut down the eyes here if that feels nice on your body. Coming back into your breath and back into your body. Maybe inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Okay, we'll do one more each side. Good. Back to center. Your knees will track up to the ceiling. We're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling above our shoulder chest area. We're going to rotate our palms to face in one another. And then from here, we're going to reach and stretch our right arm up towards the ceiling. We're reaching for that top shelf. The shoulder will lift up off the carriage. And then you're going to lower the shoulder back down into the setting and into the carriage. We'll go to the other side. So we'll reach and stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. We're reaching for that top shelf and then lower it back down. Good. We'll continue from one side to the other. Feeling that space come into the shoulder, that stretch, and then feel it connect back into the carriage. Finding your anchor points. Your anchor points are very important to feel into your carriage as you press and do all the things. Good, we'll do one more. Good, the shoulder will come down, but your arms are gonna stay reaching up to the ceiling. We're gonna rotate the palms to face the bar. We're gonna press the arms down towards the carriage, rotate your palms in, open your arms out to a T, back up above your chest and back down and through the center. So we're gonna go big circles with those arms just to get those shoulders moving. And those circles could be small, they could be big, whatever feels nice on your body. Good, we'll go the other direction. So the next time your arms reach up, we're gonna reach our arms into a T, scoop it back into the side body, rotate your palms down, and then back up above your chest. Good, we'll do one more. And the next time your arms come down to the carriage, just lay them flat onto the carriage, palms face down, fingertips reach towards the bar. From there, you're gonna tuck your chin slightly in towards your chest, behind the bony part of the back of the head. You're just gonna let your head drop off to the right and cross over and drop to the left. Good, warming up that cervical spine. So not a big movement. It's not a big forceful movement. You're just letting your head drop off to one side and drop to the other. Good, we'll do one more each side. And then come back to center. Gaze is looking up to the ceiling, or you can keep your eyes shut down if that feels nice on your body. Find lots of length in the back of your neck and space between your chin and your chest for an orange to fit there. You're gonna go wide across the shoulders and heavy into the chest. From here, we're gonna find our neutral spine. So your heels are gonna connect to the bar hip width apart, knees and toes are tracking straight up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna find our pelvis here, okay, where our hips are at. And we're gonna start to tilt the pelvis forward, arch the lower back, stick your tail into the carriage. Then you're gonna rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out your core. Rock the pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail. rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back. Good, so we're just finding awareness of our spine in front and of our pelvis as well, so that we know where it's located and we can have that anchor point. Good. The next time you come through center, you'll hold it there. You'll feel your tail stick down into the carriage. You'll feel a little space in your lower back where a blueberry could fit. Good. And you're going to pull your front rib cage in, close it to line up with your two front hips at the top there. Good. We're going to engage that core. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Big exhale as we press the carriage away, fully extending through the legs. We hold at the top. We squeeze into the quads, glutes, and hamstrings. And then from there, slowly come back in with control. Good. Exhale, press heavy into those heels, drive the carriage out, fully extend, holding at the top. Inhale, come back in with control. Good. Continue that flow. We press out and we hold, and we pull back in with control. As you press out, you have that tension on the carriage, but as you come back in, you don't have too much tension. The carriage wants to pull you back in. So I want you to come back in like you're pulling through mud or dragging through mud here. So feel that build up at the back of the legs. Nice. Let's find your breath and let's find your core here. So let's inhale through the nose as you come in, filling up the lungs. Exhale through the mouth like you're breathing out through a straw or pursed lips. As you press out. And as you exhale, you're going to draw your core in from the bottom to the top. So between your two hip bones, push down and in and squeeze that space. And then zip back and up all the way to the tops of your ribs so you're not neglecting any part of your core. So again, we inhale as we come in, exhale as you press out, and as you exhale, you draw your core in from the bottom to the top there. Good. Let's go 4 more of these. Good. For 3. For 2. And last one, can you fully extend the legs and hold the extension? Walk up to the pads of your feet, not your tippy toes, the pads of your feet. Keep your feet flat. From there, bend your knees, come all the way in. You're going to feel a crease in the top of the ankle. Exhale, press away through the balls of your feet and extend those legs back out, keeping the heels down. Good. Again, bending the knees. Feel that crease in the top of the ankle. Press back out. You're going to keep those heels down. Nice. So it's like you're pressing your whole foot against the floor. Keep those knees tracking in line with your toes there. Try not to buckle the knees in. Find that breath again. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you press out. Good. Let's go 5 more, and then we'll hold the extension. For 4. For 3. For 2. And last one, fully extend the legs and hold the top. We'll walk all the way to the balls of your feet now, all the way to your tippy toes. Wrap all 10 toes around the bar and lift those heels up and point. From there, we'll bend our knees, keep our heels lifted, slide the carriage in. Exhale, drive the tippy toes all the way, fully extend, keep your heels lifted. Good. Continue through your flow. You want to keep those heels lifted like you have a pair of high heels on. You can't let those heels drop. You feel a crease in the back of the ankle and a stretch in the top of the ankle the whole time. Good. If that doesn't feel good on your body, you're more than welcome to keep those heels down if you need to. Just check back in with your anchor points here so you're wide across the shoulders and chest. Back of the head is heavy. You're pulling those front ribs in, closing that rib cage. Tail is sticking down into the carriage. You have that little space in your lower back, and you're finding tightness through the core as you push out. Good. Let's go 4 more. Good. For 3. For 2. And last one, we're going to fully extend the legs and hold the extension. Good. Lock out those legs. We're going to sink the heels heavy underneath the bar. Feel a stretch in the back of the ankle. Then wrap all 10 toes around the bar. Lift those heels up and point. Good. Into your calf raise. We sink the heels heavy like we're digging through mud or sinking through mud. And then wrap all 10 toes around the bar. Lift up and point. Good. I want you to think about equal weight across from the big toe to the small toe. This is where we start to favor specifically the outside of our foot, most likely. Okay, I want you to think about pressure across the toes, all the way across the ball of your foot. Good, so you're feeling the calf on the in, out, and into the center. Beautiful job. Drawing into that core to stabilize the upper half of your body. You have 4 more. Good, for 3. For 2. Last one, we'll keep the heels lifted. Can we click our heels together, turn our toes out to the top corner so you're creating a Pilates V with your feet. From there, we bend our knees out wide over our toes as we slide the carriage in. Press heavy into the balls of your feet, lift away or press away, and we lift those inner thighs up and together. Good, inhale, bend your knees out wide over your toes. Exhale, press into the balls of your feet, zip up through those inner thighs. Good. When you've clicked your heels together, continue through your flow. When you've clicked your heels together and they didn't come together, just walk your balls of your feet in a little bit more and your heels will come together. No big deal. Good. Now, we're not just thinking about closing the inner thighs together and hoping for the best. We're thinking about zipping up equally on both sides of those inner thighs. So really contracting through the inners of those thighs there. Got it. Try to keep those heels lifted. That's the challenge in itself. Find that breath again. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you press out. Let's go 2 more. Good. A last one. Fully extend and hold at the top. We're going to bring our heels onto the bar and walk our heels all the way out to the corners of our bar. Or turn our toes out, turn our knees out. From there, we'll go into that bend, knees track out over your toes. Good, exhale, press to those heels, drive the carriage out, fully extend. Good. This is your second position. Okay, your wide stance. Good, find that breath again. Inhale as we come in. Exhale as we press out. And as you exhale, draw that core in from the bottom to the top. Good. Every single time you press out, I want you to think about really hitting that stance at the top there. Stick in that landing. Squeezing into the quads, glutes, hamstrings. Let's go 5 more. And then we'll hold at the top. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, we press out, hold at the top, come in 1/4 of the way in, not halfway, 1/4 of the way in, hold it there. Slide the carriage up 1 inch, down 1 inch, up 1 inch, down 1 inch. Can you dig into the heels, heavy into your anchor points that are connected to the carriage, drawing that core in to stabilize. Okay, pulses stem from the core, so we engage that core as we pulse. For 8, 7, for 6, think about lifting up through that pelvic floor. For 5, the base of your body. For 4, for 3, for 2, and last one, fully extend, press out, and then come all the way back in, pull your carriage in home. Rock your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lower half. Good, find your breath here. All right, we're gonna reach for that squish ball. Hopefully it's just tucked in your bar. And then from there, we're gonna lie our back onto our backs there. Now, our heels are gonna come onto the bar hip width apart. Knees and toes are tracking up. And we're gonna bring that ball in between the meaty part of the inner thigh, maybe a little bit higher and maybe a little lower, depending on what feels comfortable in your body. From there, arms firmly plant down into the carriage. Good. We're feeling wide across the chest and shoulder area. You're feeling heavy into your heels because we're going to keep this carriage still and we're going to go into our articulations and glute bridges. So from here, give that ball like a 25% squeeze. So it's not a big squeeze, but it's a little squeeze. We're keeping that tension on the inner thighs there. We're going to find that pelvis again by tilting the hips forward, arching the lower back, sticking the tail into the carriage. And then rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop out your core. You're feeling like a rib to hip connection. Good, rock your pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail. Rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint your lower back, scoop in your core. One more time, and then we're gonna lift up into our articulation. Rock the pelvis away, arch the back, stick the tail. Rock your pelvis in towards you. Imprint your lower back, scoop out the core and hold the scoop. Hold the tuck. From here, you're gonna start to dig into those heels, lift the glutes up off the carriage, lift your lower back, middle back, upper back, and we hold at the top all the way into that glute bridge. Okay, find your neutral spine. So your knee bones are gonna line up with your hip bones, line up with your rib bones. Okay, we're gonna pull those ribs in, squeeze into those glutes, and hug into that core. From there, you're gonna find your C shape again. So tuck in your tail again, C-shape your spine, feel the rib to hip connection as you lay your vertebrae back down onto the carriage, one vertebrae at a time. Good. From there, rock your pelvis away from you, arch the back, stick the tail. Rock your pelvis in towards you, imprint, scoop, start to lift and peel. Tuck, 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 tuck. All the way to the top. Find that neutral, hit that brick wall, and then lower back down with control. One vertebrae at a time. Last to be the bum. Good. Continue through your flow at your own pace here. Good. Think about digging into those heels and pushing those knees up and over the bar as we lift those hips up. It's going to keep your carriage still. It's also going to keep you in your lower half. Good. And we want to stay in that lower half. We don't want to press that carriage out. Your spine can't C-shape if you don't tuck in that tail. So if you're going to stick that tail out the whole time, your spine will not round out. So you want to think about tucking that bum underneath us. Scoop. Good. Keep the scoop all the way to the top. Hold it into that neutral. And then scoop again. Pull those ribs in. Close the ribs. Feel them rib to hip connection and then lay the vertebrae back down. Nice job, guys. Let's go 3 more with this. Keep that light little squeeze in between the inner thighs. That 25% squeeze. Two more. Last one, we lift at the top and we hold that neutral at the top there. Okay, so now we're gonna hinge from the hips. Tap the booty down, creasing at the front of the hip there. And then we lift back up with control, find that neutral. Good, inhale, lower down. Good, exhale, lift up, squeeze. You got it, inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze. Good, continue through your flow. At your own pace here. As we lower down, we're just hinging from the hips there. So now the movement's coming from the hip joint, no longer our spine. And then we lift back up, we squeeze those glutes. We feel like we're hitting a brick wall. And that brick wall is your core, your glutes, and your ribs, okay? Because we got to pull those ribs in, engage that core, and then squeeze those glutes. Good. Otherwise, those hips are just going to keep on going. We got to use those muscles to help keep those bones in place. Good. Can we add a squeeze at the top? So we're going to lift, hold to the top, squeeze that ball 50% or 100%, release a little bit of tension, and lower back down with control. Good. Lift up with control. Good. Squeeze that ball 100%, release a little tension, lower back down with resistance. Good. Because we don't want to just drop that bum down. We want to feel that tension build up on the backs of the legs. Good. Find that breath again. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift and squeeze. Good. As you're lifting and squeezing, you're not just tapping that ball. Okay, we're thinking about squeezing as much as we can. Think about really igniting those inner thighs. Let's go 4 more. And then we're going to hold it at the top. Good. For 3. For 2. And last one, we hold at the top, okay? Find that neutral, draw that core and squeeze those glutes. We squeeze and release that ball. Squeeze and release. Good, 100% squeeze if we can. If not, maybe it's a 75. Good, this is the only math I can do. Good, you got this, guys. Breathe through it. Push into the backs of your arms, dig into those heels for 5. For 4, and then we're gonna hold a squeeze for 3. For 2, 1, squeeze that ball as tight as you can, 100% squeeze if we can. Good, feel that connection to the inner thighs. We lower the bum down an inch, lift up an inch, little pulses. Good, keep that squeeze of the ball. Find your breath. Don't hold it. You got 8, 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, my inner thighs are fire, for 2, and 1. We hold to the top, just hold it, squeeze it, hold it, squeeze it, twist it, bop it. That's what I think about every single time. Let's lower it all the way back down. Good job, guys. Ooh, take that ball out. You can rock your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lower half. And then maybe stretch the legs up to the ceiling. Just find an extension through the backs of the legs. Maybe hook your hands behind the legs and pull towards your face. Get a nice big length through the back. Good, that feels nice. All right, from here, we're gonna hook those legs over our bar. Reach the arms up to the ceiling with your ball in your hands. Tuck in, scoop the belly, chin to chest, and roll yourself all the way up. Good. If not, just bring yourself off to the side and bring yourself up. All right, from here, we're gonna knock it down to 1 red spring. Take off the rest. Keep your squish ball, okay? She's not going anywhere. Okay, we're gonna lie right back down onto our backs. Head on the headrest, heels are gonna come onto the bar. Beautiful. So from here, just take a little wiggle away from your shoulder blocks so you're not shoved up into your shoulder blocks. The ball is going to go back in between the inner thighs, wherever felt comfortable for you the last time. And then we're going to reach behind us and grab a hold of our short loops. Okay, so we'll go short loops, but you can always go long loops if you need to at any point. Okay, let's reach those arms up to the ceiling right above our chest so we can see them in front of us. We have tension on the loops, we have tension on our arms. Our fingertips are reaching up, our palms are going to face down. And I want you to feel your shoulder blades into the carriage, like feel them connect there. You're gonna pull your rib cage in, tail is heavy into the carriage, and we're gonna bring both legs up to tabletop. So knees stack over the hips, shins are parallel, and your toes are pointed. Your knees are directly above your hips, not tucked in. We feel a nice right angle from our knee to our hip. All right, inhale to prep. Exhale, press your arms down to your side body to the carriage. Hover your arms about 1 inch off the carriage. Hug into your back body. Good. Inhale, come back up with control and resistance. Come right up above your chest. Good. Exhale, press back down. Good. Inhale, come back up with control. Still, as we exhale that Pilates breath, we are drawing in that core every single time. Good. If it feels better for you to go into an imprint, go for it. Honor your body and where you're at today. Right now, I'm in a neutral. Good, but you can always push that lower back into the carriage there. But we are going to be doing that because we're going to go up into our scoops. Good. Now, as we press the arms down, we're pressing to the chest, shoulder, armpits. So squeezing into that. As you hover your arms about 1 inch off the carriage, we're squeezing into that back body like we're hitting a brick wall. As the arms come back up above your chest, we're using that chest to resist going all the way to the back there. Find control through your movement. All right, you are more than welcome to keep your head down if you need to, okay? But I'm gonna come up into a scoop now. Good. So the next time your arms push down, you're gonna imprint your lower back, push into your back ribs, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up and come up into your scoop. We hold it for a count of 1, 2. Inhale, let the head go down, arms reach back up. Good. Exhale, press your arms down, imprint your lower back, push into your back ribs to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Scoop, and then lower back down with control. Good. Continue through your flow. As you're lifting up into your scoop and you're holding for that count of 2, you find that time under tension of the body. We're slowing it down so you can gain awareness around your core and around your anchor points. So you know that you've pushed into your back shoulder blades, your back ribs to pull yourself up or push yourself up, imprinting your lower back. When you come up to the top and you find that scoop, good, you're thinking about shining your heart towards your hips and really pulling the abdominal muscles tight in towards your spine. Good. Okay, continue. We're gonna start to add a squeeze of that ball. So the next time we lift up into our scoop, we'll hold, squeeze that ball, 50%, 100%, release a little tension, and lower back down with control. Good. Let's go 4 more like this. Thinking about really squeezing in between the inner thighs, lifting up through the pelvic floor into that deep core, all while you exhale and engage. Let's go 2. Last one, we lift and we hold and we squeeze. Can we extend the legs out over the bar to a 45? Tuck the knees back in, arms come up, head goes down. So that's our last add-on. Lift up into your scoop, hold and squeeze that ball, extend the legs out to that 45, tuck the knees back in, and lower back down with control. Good. You can always keep the head down if you need to. Honor your body and where you're at today. Good. And if the leg extension is just not your vibe, that's okay too. Take it away. It's your workout. Can we go 4 more? Just like this. For 3. Nice. For 2. And last one, can we hold it up there? Reach those legs for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down. Nice job, guys. Oh, such a simple movement, but gets the core going. Good. You can hook up those straps there. Good. Maybe tuck your knees in toward your chest. Round like a ball and just roll from one side to the other if that feels nice on your lower back. Okay, take a breath while you're here. All right, we're gonna take that ball out. Okay, we're gonna bring ourselves up and we're gonna turn to the right of our carriage here. So bring yourself up, okay? We'll turn our feet to the right side of our carriage, facing our bar. Okay, we'll tuck that ball in. We don't need it anymore. We'll stay on one red spring, okay? All right, we're gonna stand up right beside our carriage, facing our bar. We're gonna go into our lunges here. So we're gonna step our right foot right beside the carriage, kind of right behind the rail that sticks out there, okay? Or there's a knob sometimes with some machines. Step your foot there, bring your hands onto the bar, and then tuck your left toes onto the carriage with your ball of your foot against the shoulder block there. Knee can stay down just to start off with. All right, you're gonna spread your toes, spread the ball of your foot heavy into your heel. All 4 corners of your feet are connected to the floor there, okay? We're gonna lift those hands up off the bar, then hover the knee up off the carriage, okay? From here, just check in with your hips. Are they lined up together? Are they facing forward? Or are they tracking forward here as one hip back? We wanna get them parallel with in front of us there. All right, from here, roll your shoulders back and down your back. Lock out into the lats, like feel that grip of your back body. Pull those ribs in and hug your core in, just for that control and support. We're gonna inhale through the nose. Exhale, bend into your front leg, extend that back leg, push it back. Good, keep your chest lifted, pelvic floor goes straight down to the floor, okay? Hold it there. We come back in with control. Good, don't let that carriage control you. Good, we'll do that again. Bending through the front leg, extending and pressing away with that back leg. Sink that pelvic floor, the base of your body, straight down to the floor. Good, and then come back in with control. Don't let that carriage whip you up because it wants to. Don't let it. Don't let it. Okay, the next time we go down, we're gonna hold it. Arms sweep in front of our chest. Arms come down as you come back in. Nice job. Good, continue through your flow. Okay, think about keeping that front knee over your heel, ankle area, the whole time. She doesn't budge. She stays there. Good. You have to think about both legs working together in unison, okay, to help you through this movement. One cannot work more than the other, okay? So you gotta ground down and bend and press to the front leg, and then press and stretch that back leg out. Use that booty. Good, you got it. Every single time you press out, I want you to feel that crease of your glute underneath the glute to hamstring connection. Good, let's go 4 more. Feel that nice big stretch too in the front of that left hip for 3. Always have the option to bring the knee down to the carriage for 2. Good. Last one, we hold it down there. Hold it. Just hold it. From here, we're going to stabilize that front leg. Back leg is going to be the one that moves. It's going to scooter. Bend, slide the carriage in. Good. Exhale, press that carriage back away. Good. Bend, tuck it in. Exhale, press that carriage away. Good. Always have the option to bring your hands down to the bar. Bring them to your hips. And of course, bring that knee down if you need to. But that front leg, she's staying grounded. She's not moving. Your upper body's not moving. Good. All that is moving is that back leg, really focusing on that glute squeeze at the back there. Now your stabilizer leg, she's going to burn. Okay, she hopefully is going to burn. I hope so. Good. Let's go 4 more. Good. For 3. Nice. For 2. Pull that core in. Last one. Can we hold it out there? For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Bring it in. Drop your knee down to the carriage if it's not already. Bring your hands down to the bar, okay? We're going to go into a nice big stretch of a lunge, okay? So just slide that carriage back, bending through the front leg. Feel that big opening of the front of the hip into your hip flexor there. Take a breath while you're here. Maybe extending that front leg if that feels nice. More into a split. And then we'll come back in with control, okay? We're gonna stay on one red spring. We're gonna come with both of our knees onto the carriage facing our bar. Our toes are gonna tuck onto the carriage with our balls and our heels pressed against the shoulder blocks. We're gonna go into our down stretch here, okay? We're gonna bring our hands onto the bar shoulder width apart. Shoulders are gonna come over the wrist here, okay? And then from there, we're gonna slide the carriage out just a tiniest little bit, like an inch. Okay, and we're gonna push the hips forward, squeezing into the glutes, drawing into that core, okay? We're a flat board from our head all the way down to our knees, and we're gonna stay like that. It's like a modified plank. We're gonna roll those shoulders back and down our back, open up through the chest, and kind of squeeze into that back body. Lock out through the body, but we're now gonna hinge from the shoulders. We're gonna press the carriage away, hinging from the shoulders, slide that carriage out to wherever you feel comfortable going, and then inhale, come back in, squeeze into that back body. Good. Exhale, press away, pressing into the chest, shoulders, armpits. Inhale, come back in with control. Squeeze into that back body. Good. Continue through your flow here. Think about keeping those glutes squeezed, hugging in that core. Try not to feel a crease in the front of the hip. We're keeping those hips pushed forward. Stretch to the front of the body. Good. Can we go 4 more? Don't forget your breath. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you press out. For 2 more, and then we're going to hold it out there. Last one, we'll hold it out there into that down stretch. Now, your upper body is going to lock out and it's going to hold in place. She's not going to move. You're only going to move your knees as you slide the knees in, hinging at the hips. Scoop the belly around the back. So you're tucking your knees in like a cannonball. And then you're going to slide those knees back, push back into your down stretch, squeeze. Good. Pull the knees in, scoop the belly around the back. Feel the rib to hip connection. Exhale, press it back out. Good. Continue through your flow here. Keep that upper body exactly how it is. Don't bring the carriage in, okay, with your upper body. Keep that upper body exactly where it is. All is moving is the lower half. Good. As you tuck the knees in, think about really pulling in through your lower abdominals. So squeeze between your 2 hip bones. Push down and in. Or back up and in. That would make more sense in this case. Let's go 4 more. Find that breath. For 3. For 2. And last one. We'll pull the carriage back in. Can you push your bum back to your heels or press your bum back to your heels and press away with your arms, upper body into a down stretch? Or shall I say down, clam stretch, down stretch. That's okay. Good, take a breath while you're here. Big sigh out, let it go. Now roll yourself back up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands come off of the bar. Good, maybe shake out those wrists if that feels nice, and then roll your shoulders back and down your back. Yes. All right, you got the second side to do for those lunges. Okay, so from here, bring your hands onto the left side of the bar there. Step your left foot onto the floor right beside the carriage. I like to be around the bar area, okay, right behind the knob that sticks out sometimes. Your right toes are gonna tuck onto the shoulder block there. Okay, we're gonna lift and pop the knee up off the carriage. Bring your hands down towards your side. Okay, that foot that's on the floor, I want you to spread your toes, spread the ball of your foot, heavy into your heel. Find all four corners of your feet there. Get wide. Okay, roll your shoulders back and down your back, lock out into the lats, pull your core in. Good, and make sure your left hip and your right hip are lining up together. So your right hip might have to press forward a little bit more to square off, okay? Now, from here, we're gonna ground down through that front leg, bending into that left leg, extend that right leg back, down and back, as your pelvic floor goes straight down to the floor, okay? Base of your body. Keep your chest lifted. Come back in with control. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Don't let it rush in. Good, exhale, press it back out. Good, inhale, come back in with control. Good, exhale, press it out. Let's lose those arms. Arms reaching long in front of your chest as you lower down into your lunge. Come back in with control. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Arms come down to your sides. Good. Continue through your flow here. Always have the option to bring your knee down onto the carriage, or if you need to bring your hands onto the bar, that's okay too. Honor your body and where you're at today. I'm gonna say that a million times because you gotta do that. We're always ebbing and flowing with our body. Some days we feel like we can crush it, some days not so much, and that is okay. Let's go 4 more like this. Try to keep both your hips tracking forward. Good. Try not to open up to the side. Let's go 3. Keep that knee over the ankle. Get a little reminder. For 2. Last one, we're gonna press it out and we're gonna hold it, okay? Now, front leg, she's gonna stay still and she's gonna stabilize, okay? The back leg is gonna do the work. It's gonna bend, slide the carriage in, extend, press that carriage out. Good. Bend, slide the carriage in, extend, press that carriage out. Always have the option to maybe lightly touch the bar with your hands or press your hands all the way down to the bar. To your hips, if that feels good. Keep that front leg, she's bent, she's grounded, she's not moving. Upper body, not moving. Back leg, she's moving. However, that front leg, she's working. She's just not moving. She's stabilizing. Good. Okay, let's go 4 more, just like this. You got it. For 3. For 2. Last one, we're gonna hold it for 5. 4, sink a little deeper. For 3. For 2. And 1, come back in with control. Nice job, guys. Land your knees down onto the carriage. Bring your hands down onto the bar. And we'll slide out into a nice, juicy stretch of a lunge here. Good. Just feel that nice big opening at the front of your right hip. Maybe extend your front leg to have a split action or hamstring extension. Good. Take a breath while you're here. And come back in with control. Nice job, guys. We are gonna stay on one red spring. There's a theme to this class today. Red. Okay, we're gonna turn to face the back of the carriage there, okay, and extend our legs through the shoulder blocks. Feet are gonna hang off the headrest. We're on our bum here. Okay, we're gonna go into our rear facing hands and straps. From here, okay, you have the option to cross one leg over the other if that feels more comfortable for your body there. Otherwise, they're just beside each other, okay? We're gonna grab a hold of our short loops. We'll start with short loops and maybe end with long, or start with long if you need to, okay? If you know your body well. Let's reach those arms just long and down to the floor, okay? Palms face towards the back, fingertips reach to the floor. Okay, we're gonna sit through our sit bones, press our head up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down your back, kind of lock out into the lats, open up through the chest. Pull that core in, pull those ribs in. Inhale through the nose, fill out the lungs. Exhale, press your arms past your hips towards the back, into your chest expansion. Good, inhale, come back forward. Exhale, sweep it to the back. Good, continue through your flow. Good. Good, so this is called your chest expansion. We want to keep open across the chest. Feel that back body really working, pulling together, and finding that breath all at the same time. Always have the option to bring your hands down to the long loops if you need that support. I'm gonna take that today. No one warned me how talking and doing on the reformer just takes it out of you. Who says foundations can't be spicy? I love a little spice. Then you'll get to know that through the journey of all my classes. Good. Let's go 4 more. Let's go 3. Keep that chest open for 2. And last one. Arms reach long in front of you to shoulder height, like all the way up to shoulder height. Good. Keep the palms rotated down, elbows turn out to the sides. We're going to go into a wide row. So as we pull the elbows back, hands are in line with the elbows, and we're going to pull the shoulder blades together and hold for a couple seconds. Inhale, let the arms go back long. This is where I'll journey back up to the short loops here. Good. We pull back, we squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then arms are going to reach back long in front of you, stretch. Good. When you're pulling your arms out to the side, you're creating 2 L's with your arms here, a nice right angle on both sides. And you're really feeling like you're pulling the shoulder blades or pinching the shoulder blades together. Feel that connection and then let it go. The more we kind of hold a position, the more our mind has that time to pick up on it and feel that mind-body-muscle connection. Good. So if there's ever a movement you're like, I'm not feeling it, hold it for a second or 2, feel that connection through the body, and then release it. Okay, let's go 4 more. And then we're going to head into a single arm. Push those shoulders down and back. Head reaches tall like you have a brick on the top of your head. You're pushing it up to the ceiling. Stretch out that neck. You got it. Let's go 1 more. Good. Arms reach long in front of you. Keep the palms facing down. We're going to go into our bow and arrow. Okay, so we're going to pull and drive that right elbow to the back. Look at it and twist. Good. Back to center. We'll drive that left elbow to the back. Look at it and twist. Good. So we are pulling with the one, punching with the other. Okay, so we're punching that other arm in front of us so we can feel a nice big twist, rotation, and stretch for the spine and the core and our back body and our front body. Good. As you're driving that elbow to the back there, it's in line with your shoulder as well. It's not pulling down, it's pulling straight back. Like you're kindly elbowing someone in the shoulder. Just love here, I promise. No hate. Good. As you pull it back, think about really hugging into that back shoulder blade there. You got it. Let's go 3 more. Find that rotation through your spine for 2. Last one. Back to center, arms reach long in front of you to shoulder height. If your hands are not in the short loops, can you bring your hands to the short loops? Okay, we're gonna rotate the palms facing up to the ceiling, elbows turned down. We're gonna go into our bicep curl. So we're gonna bend through the elbows, pull the hands in towards the shoulder, squeezing into the bicep and feeling that crease of that elbow. And then extend your arms long in front of you. Good. Bending and curling. Extend it long. Nice. Continue through your flow. As you're pulling in, those elbows shouldn't wing up to the ceiling and they shouldn't be down to the floor. Act like they're on a countertop. They have nowhere else to go. We're stabilizing that elbow, feeling that control. We're squeezing into the crease of that elbow and feeling it more deeper into that bicep. You have 5 more. For 4. For 3. Pull that core in, sit tall. For 2. And last one, arms reach long in front of you. Whew. We're gonna walk our hands up past the knots on the ropes there. Let those straps drape off to the side, okay? We're gonna sit tall up on our sit bones, and if you had one leg crossing over the other, just switch it so we can balance up those hips. We're gonna reach those arms long in front of your chest. The arms are gonna lock out. They're not gonna move. I know you're gonna want to, but they're not gonna move. We're gonna sit tall up on our sit bones, heavy into our legs. We're gonna start to go into our roll backs. So we're gonna start to lean back, tuck in our tail, roll off our sit bones, start to scoop the belly, round the back, chin to chest. Shine your heart towards your hips and roll back to where you feel comfortable going. And then from here, head comes up first, scoop the belly, round the back. Good, then sit up tall through the sit bones. Press that head up to the ceiling. Repeat. Good, tuck in your tail. Roll off your sit bones, scoop the belly, round the back, chin to chest. We go to wherever we feel comfortable, and then we come back up with control. Head comes up first, scoop, round, and come back up to a straight spine. Good, you can continue that for your own pace. Now, when you're rolling back, okay, your arms are gonna want to start to bend. We're gonna keep them locked out, keep them stretching in front of us, keep those legs heavy into the carriage so they don't come up when we go back down. And if they do start to do that and you feel uncomfortable, just lessen your range. You're always able to lessen your range if you need to at any point. Good, now when you're rolling back, think about shining that heart towards your hips. Pulling the abdominals tight, 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 tight in towards your spine, including those lower abdominals between your two hip bones. And then come back up, you feel that connection again, then straighten out through your spine. Okay, we'll do 2 more like that. Good. And then the next time that we come up, instead of coming up to a straight spine, we're going to scoop the head, scoop the belly, dive forward, stretch the arms towards the pole, stretch that back, nose to knees. And then from here, lift back up to that straight spine, tuck in your tail, roll off your sit bones, scoop the belly, round the back, roll back to where you feel comfortable going. Head comes up first, scoop, round, and dive forward. Feel that nice big stretch and opening up through the back. Maybe you want to hold it there for a couple seconds or 2. This is your workout. Don't forget about that breath. Inhale as you dive forward. Exhale as you roll back. Let's just go 2 more. Last one. The next time you dive forward, okay, just let those arms stretch, let that nose come to knees, and feel that big opening up through your back body. Maybe shake your head out. Take a breath while you're here. Inhaling through the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. All right, you can bring yourself up. You can hook up your straps while you're there. And then from there, we're gonna come off to the side and prep for our feet and straps, okay? So we're gonna bring it to 1 red, 1 blue. So all you'll do is add on a blue there, or your medium spring, and then you're gonna take a lay down onto your back. I say with joy because this is the best part. Good, from there, we're lying down onto our back with our head on the headrest and heels are on the bar, okay? You're gonna grab a hold of your long straps off your hooks, and then from there, you're going to press away with both legs, hook one strap on one foot, hold that tension, hook the other strap on the other foot, and hold that tension. From there, okay, legs together, you're gonna press those legs out to a 45-degree angle over your bar. Take a little wiggle away from your shoulder blocks so you're not shoved up into them. Wide across your chest and shoulders. Good, tail is sticking down into the carriage. Feel that little space of your lower back, and you're gonna draw your ribs and core in. Good. Inhale, legs are gonna come up to the ceiling above your hips, no further. Good, exhale, press those legs out over your bar, using the backs of the legs. Good, inhale, rise back up. Keep sticking that tail into the carriage. Exhale, press away with those legs, fully extend, squeezing into the backs of the legs and into those glutes. Good, continue through your flow. We wanna keep that tail sticking into the carriage. Okay, feel that little space in your lower back so that when we come up, our back doesn't imprint and tuck, because when we press back out, we're using our lower back to probably press out. So I want you to use your glutes and the backs of the legs to press out. So keep that tail sticking down, keep that bum sticking down into that carriage. And have that option to shut down to the eyes and come back into the body and back into the breath. feels good to do that. But we don't have enough time, or we don't take enough time to do that. And we really should. Be a little bit more of appreciation for our body when we shut down and come inward. The next time you push your legs down towards the bar, you're going to separate your feet at the bottom, turn your legs out towards the sides or open them out to the walls, bring them up and around. Above your hips, legs come back together and then press down through the center. Good. We go out and around, up. Legs come above the hips and then back down to the center. Those circles could be small, those circles could be big, whatever feels nice on your body. And if you want to hold a stretch or in a certain area that feels good, you do that. Good. Can we go the other direction? So at the top there, we separate out towards the walls. We pull down and around. Legs come back together at the base. And then we come back up through the center. Separate at the top. Reach out and around. Legs come back together. And then up to the center. Good. Find that breath. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you press out. Good. Let's go 2 more. And then last one. Legs come up above your hips and hold it, legs together. Find your Pilates V, so heels together, toes turn out to the top corners. Keep your legs together, heels together, press your legs out to the 45-degree angle over your bar. From there, we bend our knees out wide, kind of close towards our shoulders. Heels come into pelvis. Good. Exhale, dig into that tail, squeeze those inner thighs and press those legs out. Keep those heels together. Good. Like you have a very important piece of paper in between those heels and you cannot let it go. Good. She stays closed. Good. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you press out. Let's go 3 more and then we'll hold our heels in for 2. And last one, we'll hold the heels in. So pull those heels in, connect the bottoms of your feet together and turn your knees out a little bit wider. Maybe even hold on to the straps if you need that support. Okay, maybe even pull those heels down towards the carriage if that feels nice on your hips and the pelvis. Take a breath in. Big sigh out, let it go. Have that option again to shut down through the eyes and come back into the body and back into the breath. We'll inhale again through the nose. Big sigh out, extend that right leg out towards the right side, opening up through the inner thigh. You can keep your hand on the strap or you can let it go. Take a nice deep breath in. Big sigh out, let it go. Pull that heel in. Good. Inhale. Big sigh out. Let the left leg go out towards the left, stretching into the inner thigh. Good. We'll pull that leg back in. Feet come together, and then we'll stretch both legs up to the ceiling. Find length in the back of the legs. Maybe those legs come towards your face and you feel a huge stretch from your back to your bum all the way to your heels there. Maybe it just feels nice to hold them up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Big sigh out, let it go. We'll tuck the knees in towards our chest. Take those straps off the bottoms of our feet and connect our heels back to the bar. You'll take those straps and hook them up, and then from there, reach your arms out towards the side into a T. Let those arms just hang and dangle, palms face up. And you're just going to sway your knees from one side to the other, releasing through that lower half. Good. We'll take one final deep breath into the nose, fill up the lungs. Big sigh out, let it go. Really honoring your body in this very moment for showing up and moving your body today. Be proud of yourself. I am very proud of you as always. Give yourself a good little clap, because we clap for ourselves around here, and we can bring ourselves all the way up. Thank you so much for joining me today and moving your body. I feel so grateful to be here with you today. And subscribe and like and maybe comment. I'm so new to this and I kind of love it. It's a new journey for me. So again, have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for working out with me. I'll see you next time.